Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, today I have so much energy, I don't know why. Anyway guys, in today's video we're going to talk about how to build a habit that you always wanted to build but couldn't just because you're not a disciplined person yet, or you just start and give up in the middle of the road. So in today's video we're going to talk how to become a disciplined person, how to actually build the habit that you want to build without giving up. So before we start the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I love you so much. Okay guys, before we start, you have to understand what discipline is. So basically, what is discipline? Discipline is choosing what you want in the long term, or what you need in the long term, on what you want right now. For example, you can just be a person that wants to be successful, that wants to buy their dream car, that wants to buy a private jet, and you're just living in an environment where, I don't know, you hang out a lot with your friends, you go gambling a lot, you go drinking a lot, you go clubbing a lot. So when you actually look at your current reality versus the desired reality in your mind, they don't match. You cannot get to your desired reality with your current reality. But what is in this current reality that's not getting you there? It's the habits, right? The habits that you are doing in this current reality aren't matching with the habits that you have to do in order to get to your desired reality. So to get there, you have to change your current habits. Guys, if you want to get somewhere in life, you have to first admire the things you do in your day. Literally, guys, the habits that you do, the smallest habits, okay, like making your bed, actually will decide so much in your life later. Because I'll tell you, making your bed only literally tells if you're an organized person. Organizing your desk, organizing your room, taking care of your hair, of your face, of your skincare, that actually shows if you're an organized person. If you actually have discipline within yourself. Do you make your bed every day? It's so simple, you know, you can just tell me, no, I make my bed every day. It's easy, what's about it? Okay, do you make your bed every day? So when you actually change these small habits, this actually can get you closer to your desired reality. So if you want to get somewhere, you first have to change these habits. You have to cut off the bad habits and then start the good ones. For example, you have to stop clubbing, stop drinking, stop going out with losers, and actually replace this type of people with the type of people that's going to get you in that type of reality. You hear me? So what is a habit? A habit is a repetitive action, an action that you repeat so much that it becomes unconscious. You just do it subconsciously, like brushing your teeth, like wearing your clothes. Do you stay naked? Of course you're gonna wear clothes. I don't know, do you just go out without brushing your hair? You just brush your hair subconsciously. Why? Because you know you have to, or you will look ugly. So you have to build this thing that you have to do repeatedly in order to make it a habit. This is the first step to become disciplined. Building the habits that are going to make you that character that you want to become. This is where most people fail. How do you actually build a habit? Like, I tried this myself, okay? I struggle with many things. Like, I want to build a habit, but like, I just fail because I'm probably lazy, or I'm like, no, I'm busy, or you know what? I realized all those that I was making are excuses. I was making excuses so I don't do that thing. And then I actually sat with myself and I was like, okay, I'm not that busy. I'm just lazy and I don't want to do that. For example, last summer when I used to go to the gym with my friend, I was like this lazy, like I didn't want to go, okay? Because my mind was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna become tired and then I have to shower when I get home. That actually makes me feel lazy. And then you know how I changed that? My mindset changed. I don't think anymore about being tired and having to shower. No, I actually think about it like, the vibe. I love the vibe of working out. I actually love this character. I love this version of me when I go to gym and I work out. I love it. Okay, I go home and shower. Well, that's being clean. I'm actually becoming more clean every day when I go to gym. You just have to change this. You have to change how you look at it. You do not think of the process that's going to make you tired, the process that's going to make you literally feel lazy and just stop doing that. No, you have to think of the income of the habit. Okay, this habit is tiring, but what will it give me in return? It's gonna give you success. It's gonna give you the winning. Okay, you're gonna win when you do this habit. The 2-minute rule. Guys, whenever you do a habit, whenever you start practicing a habit, you should take less than 2 minutes. For example, for me, I used to tell myself every single day I have to read 10 pages of a book. Any book. I have to read 10 pages. And then I'm like lazy and I noticed I don't actually do that. Sometimes I feel sleepy. Sometimes I literally give myself silly things to do just to tell myself I got things to do so I cannot read. And then I was like, okay, what is the best way to convince myself? It's like to trick my mind into reading. And then I started this 2-minute rule. And whenever you do a habit, you should take less than 2 minutes. So instead of telling yourself, I have to read 10 pages of a book, tell yourself, I have to open my book. Opening your book will literally take 10 seconds. And at some point, I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna read 1 page. 1 page. If I want to close the book, I will. And then I started doing this, and it's just 1 page, but every single time I want to read more, and I end up reading those 10 pages, probably more. It doesn't matter if I read less than 10 pages, I still read the book. Guys, whenever you're going to do something, let's say you do yoga, don't tell yourself, I have to do my 30 minutes yoga. No. I'm going to take my yoga mat. Taking your yoga mat takes less than 2 minutes. If you actually take your yoga mat, sit on it, in this position I am sitting right now, you will actually find yourself practicing yoga. If you have to study for an exam, don't say, okay, now I have to study for the exam, I have to read all the lessons. No, I'm gonna open my notes. Open your notes. Okay, and just watch them. Oh, just open them. Don't do anything. If you open the notes, the habit ends there. Your subconscious mind will do the rest. Why? Because our brains are programmed since we're young. The only thing you have to do is opening your notes. When you open your notes, subconsciously, you're telling your mind that, okay, I opened my notes, so in your mind, it's like, okay, the notes are open, now I have to read the lessons. Subconsciously, you don't have to make any effort. Let's say you are this person who doesn't like laundry. I'm like the most person who hates folding laundry, okay? I hate folding laundry, so what do? Instead of telling myself, I have to fold the laundry, what do I tell myself? I'm just going to fold 2 pairs of socks. That's all. Are you actually going to fold 2 pairs of socks and then no, subconsciously you're just going to look at it, okay, this is like 2 pairs of socks, this didn't take me much, and you're going to keep continuing because it's just effortless. Like, why not? It doesn't even take effort, it doesn't even take time. So guys, it's like tricking your mind. If you want to build any habit, apply the 2-minute rule. Let's say you have a project, you have to work on your laptop. What do? What do you tell yourself? I'm just going to open my laptop. I'm just going to open the application I'm going to work on or the platform I'm going to do this project on. That's all. Leave the laptop on that platform, on that page. I swear to God, subconsciously you're going to start working. Your hands will start typing letters without you telling yourself to do that. So guys, the 2-minute rule is actually extremely powerful, and I'm speaking from experience. Also guys, you can do something else. So for the 2-minute rule, you can make like a table from easy to very hard. This table is going to have 5 columns. So the first column is very easy, the second is easy, the third is moderate, the fourth column says hard, and the fifth column says very hard. Let's say, for example, you want to run a marathon. So how do you actually fill this table? In the column of very easy, which is the first one, you're going to say, put on my running shoes. This is very easy. You're not going to tell yourself, I have to run a marathon. Oh my god, you can't be lazy and you won't do it, okay? Especially if you're a beginner. So you're going to fill this table in order to be this person that's able to run a marathon. So in the first column of very easy, you have to type, put on my running shoes. And then in the column of easy, say, walk 10 minutes, okay? Walk 10 minutes. This is easy. Anyone can walk for 10 minutes. And then in the moderate column, you're going to try to do walk 10,000 steps. Okay, this is moderate, okay? I believe anyone can walk 10,000 steps, so it's moderate. And then in the hard column, you're going to type run 5,000 steps. This is a bit hard. And then in the column that says very hard, you're going to type the run a marathon. So start with the very easy and try all of them until you get to this step of running a marathon. And trust me guys, always this starts with the 2-minute rule. If you noticed, actually putting your running shoes on takes less than 2 minutes, so this habit actually took less than 2 minutes. Subconsciously, I gave you an example that started with a 2-minute rule. So try the 2-minute rule with filling the table. Anything you want to do, fill it with this table that I just mentioned. Habit stacking is another way to build a habit. Okay, so let's say your subconscious mind used to a habit. Okay, let's say every single day you wake up, right? It's like a habit. You wake up and then you go to the toilet, brush your teeth and whatever. So let's say you want to build this habit of making your bed. Every single day you wake up, you're going to make your bed. In your mind, it's going to be like, okay, the moment I wake up, I'm going to make my bed. Then you start your day. Let's say you want to start going for a jog or go for a walk every single day, but you just feel lazy and end up not doing it. So this is how you convince yourself. Every single time you eat breakfast, say, okay, the moment I finish my breakfast, I'm going for a walk for 10 minutes. And this way, you're going to build this habit. If you just tell yourself, okay, I just want to be this person that goes for a walk every single day, but then you don't tell your mind when you're actually going, you will not do it, okay? You always have to set a deadline for your mind. So this is why habit stacking is actually a good method to build a habit. Whenever you do something that your subconscious mind is used to it, stack immediately a habit right after it. So whenever I finish my breakfast, I go for a walk. Whenever I wake up, I make my bed immediately after I wake up. Whenever I come home from work, I immediately go to gym, for example. Let's say you want to start watching more podcasts, you know, like to educate yourself. Take this habit more with eating. So every time I eat lunch, I also watch a podcast while eating. So instead of putting a YouTube video on or your favorite show, you can just say, okay, I'm going to eat while watching a podcast. And this way you'll end up literally watching a podcast every single day. And guys, you do not have to finish the podcast. Do not force yourself, okay? If you force yourself, you're going to think that this habit is hard, and without realizing it, you're going to start feeling lazy to do it. Whenever you want to build a habit, you should feel that it's effortless. You should make your brain feel that it's easy, okay? So whenever you feel bored, okay, I'm done watching this podcast, okay? You don't have to finish it. Turn that podcast off, put another YouTube video. Do not force yourself. Even if you watched 15 minutes, that's totally fine. That's actually good. Because remember, even watching 2 minutes from a podcast is better than not watching at all. And over time, even when you watch like 2 minutes every single day, your brain is going to build this habit of watching 2 minutes of a podcast every single day. And over time, you're going to start watching more than 2 minutes until you actually build this habit. Guys, make it obvious. So, listen, let's say you want to start working out. Let's say, okay, today I sit down and I say, oh my God, I want to work out tomorrow. You know what's gonna happen if you do that? Just go to sleep. Tomorrow you're going to wake up, no motivation. You literally just forgot completely that you told yourself that you want to work out, and you're just going to go with your day. Here's what you can do so you actually do not forget that you have to work out. Tonight, before I go to sleep, before I go to bed, I go get my workout clothes and I put them on the bed or on a table in my room. So the moment I wake up, I'm going to look at them. I'm going to remember, oh my God, I actually told myself I'm gonna work out today. Guys, make it obvious. Make the cues obvious so you build a habit. Or let's say, for example, you want to start a diet. But every time you just, want something sweet or whatever, and you just end up breaking up this diet, what do? Well, let's say you're used to going home and finding something sweet on the kitchen counter or whatever, end up eating it. Replace it with something like fruits, like an apple, like a carrot. Do not keep the cues of the bad habit there when you want to change that habit with a good habit. You have to change the cues in your environment. If you want to start a diet, you have to replace the bad cues like sweets, like things that contain sugar, with things that are healthy, with things like fruits, like vegetables. So, guys, make it obvious and change the cues in your environment. Okay guys, that was the video for today. I hope you liked it. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment down below if you want any topic to talk about, and I love you so much. Bye!